This is got to be the fastest machine that I have ever run to date. And I've run a lot of different stuff. This is fast, and I'm still clumsy at the controls. As you saw from that first piece of wood going in, yeah, I got some head recalibrations to do because that was on the pathetic side. So one thing that I have to get used to is the new electric over hydraulic auto cycle. Basically everything is on the right hand, so the top button splits it, the bottom one is a cancellation, and then you still have like your manual lever here to either feather it in nice and slow or take it backwards if there's an issue. Where I'm used to just pulling the lever for the saw and then working the splitter with my left hand, I might actually see if I can't move this over to the splitter. I don't know, it's just something to get used to, but I am rusty. I have not had an actual production processor of my own on the woodlot in a year. We've been using some new stuff, some used stuff that was traded in, but this is my actual processor for Shaver Sales Inc. And we're going to use it to process, probably there's 200 cord of log length here now on the woodlot. How much of that we get through, I don't know, but that's what we have here to feed the beast. But wow, this thing is fast. That first stick was hickory, the second stick was oak. So just no pulling punches. We're sending the hard stuff through it. This is the 10-way diamond wedge that we have in here, and the two-stage pump on this processor really didn't care. It all went through. There were even a couple of pieces that went through sideways. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick that up when I go through to do the edits tonight, but there were a couple pieces that fell back in, and then the other piece hit it and it just sheared straight through. The power and the speed on this thing is incredible. And yes, these are the first two pieces of wood that I've been able to christen through the processor. I didn't want to do like a practice run and then make it look all perfect. I'll show you the good and the bad because that's what we do here. So this is an 1824 diesel machine that is very highly optioned. We have it packed full of production goodies, special things that are a one-off that aren't even offered yet. It's just my own brainchild or nightmare. We'll see if everything works as planned. If you look in the background behind me, that is a log loader that's attached to the processor. Did everything, something like that, down to something as simple as an umbrella stand, because it's starting to rain out here and I want to be dry, so here we are. Let me grab the camera before it really starts raining hard. I'll do a real quick walk around so you can see just what this animal is, and we'll go from there. Well, since we're back here, we'll start with the conveyor. This is an upgrade over standard, and yes, you are going to hear that phrase a lot on this processor. Your standard 1824 diesel is going to come with a 14-foot straight conveyor that also does the side-to-side pivot. So the big difference here is this conveyor splits in the middle, and it folds up kind of scorpion tail where it will rest up on the rubber there. So this will go completely up and over. I'll have the umbrella out of there, obviously, and then it'll store up on top of the stops there for transport. Now, your standard 1824 is still going to have the positive log stop, the last log holder, and an auto tensioner on the saw bar. We'll go around the other side and I'll show you that. We are doing these with the platform, so in case anybody ever wanted to add on, you know, at a cab enclosure, you already have the base and, you know, the main support back here. So just like any other 1824 diesel, all of your conveyor controls are here. So this is the conveyor up and down. This works that secondary piece that folds up and over, your forward, neutral, and reverse, along with the speed control. Then the middle lever over here to keep everything at your fingertips for production is the left and right pivot. So what we do with that is when we're filling a mason dump like this or a dump trailer, I can park it right in the middle of the dump bed and then pivot to the left and pivot to the right and fill the truck without ever leaving the controls. We can fill everything without having to get out of here and get in the pickup truck and move it forward. Little Lexan piece here to keep some of the sawdust and chain shot off of the operator. Big new heavy duty screen just for safety so nothing comes through and takes out the controls. Now this is the electric over hydraulic auto cycle that I was telling you about. So the top button here with the white around it is the split. That's the cancel. And then we still have a regular traditional splitter valve here for like if something gets stuck, you can feather it in, just go a little bit at a time. And then it's also the return on the cylinder. We are running the traditional big bore cylinder on this. It does have the fast split on it. The fast split is a standard piece on the 1824 diesel. Tandem axles with the torsion suspension and the diamond plate fender is also a standard item on the diesel. These are the upgraded load range. I think they're a G tire on this, just because it weighs 17,000 pounds. This is for the log loader. It sets up between the live deck when it's folded and there, so the grapple has something to hold on to. This is the brain of the auto cycle. Little intimidated, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't gotten into this too far. We've got one other splitter that we sold. It's up in Alaska. Mr. Jared has that one. Dennis Castine up in New York has another one. But it's my first time actually running one. And no, I can't say that. We ran one in Eugene, Oregon. That was the 2424. I knew we ran a fast one, but I really think this 1824, especially at the saw, is one of the quickest processors that Brute Force, or for that matter, anybody else makes. We'll look down back at the times on the run here on the video. I'll probably do a separate video just doing that second log. 3 big in-tank oil filters on this. 2 massive return lines. We did an outrigger package on this because of the log loader. We went with more of a backhoe style outrigger just for a wider stance. We do have the traditional telescopic straight up and down outriggers at the rear, but just with this thing pounding and doing what it's doing, I wanted it to be firmly planted. A traditional 1824 has that single mono beam there going down the middle where the spare tire is mounted. The beam here on the passenger side and the beam over on the driver's side are additional because of the outriggers and trying to firm everything up with that log loader on it. Now, a traditional 1824 would end right here at the 4th leg. It would have a 4-foot extension already on it via factory, but we went ahead and did another 10-foot extension on this, which gives me 2 more live deck legs. So we have a total of 6 on this one. So we have 4 outriggers per side, the integral ones on the log loader, 2 of the backhoe style outriggers, and then the telescopic on the rear. This is a 19-foot reach loader, and it does have a telescopic system in it, so it will go out to 24 feet. We did this because I wanted to be highly mobile. If I had a job site or a clearing or a landing or something that I could process firewood on, and I didn't have to take the skid steer, it would save us a trip around. Clayton built me this special little stand here to get up on the hitch. So there's a little operator's platform for the controls. Standard trailer jack. Probably never going to use it. Toolbox that comes standard on the 1824 diesels. The grapple is a 48-inch pass-through. So it'll squeeze down to about 3 or 4 inches and open up for 48. Again, it is a diesel. We upgraded this over the standard 49.5 horse to the 56. Again, just an EGR cooler, no def, which is pretty awesome. Because of all the oil flow on this, we are running dual coolers on this one. your standard 3-gallon bar oil container, big saw motor. They had to do some testing and things, and we had some parts, but June the 22nd, which happens to be my wedding anniversary. It's a nice present, see that. But today is July the 12th, I believe. I'm trying something different here with the sawdust chute. I inverted it just to maybe see if I could get it to blow out and away from the unit versus pointing kind of straight down near the tire. And I think I'm accomplishing that goal because there's very little sawdust here at the tires. We did order a full wedge package with this one. They all come standard with a 4-way. We upgraded to the 6-way wide. That way the bottom one is horizontal. And then we do the 6-way on top of that. Traditional 8-way star pattern. We're running a 10-way in this because we get 4 splits off the bottom and then the 6 come off the top, including those 2 triangles. And I find this is the best wedge because it doesn't drift up as bad. Now the 12-way, there's 2 of these on the top triangle here. I don't have that one here. A good buddy of mine, Darren Woodruff over at Woodruff Woods, has that one playing with a 20-24 splitter. And again, just another shot of the conveyor itself. Easily reaches the middle of a very high-sided 4500. Those are 52-inch sides, not a 48, and we are amply reaching the middle. I can actually squeak the truck this way, probably a foot or so to get a little bit closer to the conveyor, but very happy with that. And yeah, so this is our new 1824 that we are affectionately calling Logzilla because it will be the destroyer of firewood logs. All right, well, I'm going to call it a wrap for now because it's really starting to rain, and just need to get inside and get some dinner done and hang out with the kiddos and the family. So if we can ever get you a sales quote on something like this monster or maybe an entry-level unit, give me a phone call. It's 833-SPLITTER. That's 833-775-4887. You can also email me at sales@shaverequipment.com. Just want to say thanks for watching. And these videos that we do are not a paid promotion by the manufacturer. This is a sales tool that we could reach you, the potential customer. So please let me earn your business with the sales quote. And it's just, if you dream it, they can build it. And would love to get you a price on it. So 833-SPLITTER, sales@shaverequipment.com. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.